As one of the most recognizable American directors of our time, David Fincher has a unique personal style. When he entered the film industry, he worked in special effects at Industrial Light and Magic, and then set up a commercial filming company, Propaganda Film, producing a series of high-quality commercials and music videos. David Fincher's feature-length films have numbered 11 since 1992, and his extensive music videos and commercials resume before that led him to get big productions like Alien right off the gate. However, he didn't take the opportunity when he was new to feature films, and folks didn't authorize him to edit the film. So to this day, he is reluctant to admit that Alien 3 is his work. But by 1995, David Fincher had a script from Andrew Kevin Walker and jumped at the chance to make Seven, which grossed $320 million at the box office and established him as a major new power in Hollywood. 1999's Fight Club, which starred Brad Pitt and Edward Norton, did not receive the same critical praise. Since then, however, the film has received widespread appreciation and become a cult classic.
Gentlemen, welcome to Fight Club.
After that, he has gone from strength to strength in feature films, with 2009's The Social Network receiving nominations for prizes and audience acclaim for its excellent script, tight pacing, and deeply felt characters.
Yes.
Beginning in 2017, David Fincher moved into television, working with Netflix with House of Cards, Mindhunter, and the animated short series Love, Death, Robots. An overview of David Fincher's filmography shows that he is very clear about the subjects and areas in which he excels. He is more concerned with accuracy and delicacy than with innovation. He always had good ideas of how to frame his films. He is the control freak that actors talk about, but he also understood exactly how to make every shot perfect.
There is no reason on a shot like this ever to have a boom shadow, ever, for any reason at all.
He has an obsessive fascination with dark plots and characters, but at the same time, he is a meticulous innovator.
I think people are perverts. I've maintained that. That's the foundation of my career.
In Seven, David Fincher staged each crime scene with panache and precision, knowing exactly what the impact of a picture can do to audiences.
David Fincher's kind of juxtaposing some pretty ugly things with some pretty beautiful filmmaking. And it's that odd juxtaposition that is unnerving.
As many people can see, there's a constant theme in his films: finding our own darkness. David Fincher is passionate about showing the darker side of stories and characters. He wants the audience to realize that people are not perfect creatures, and there are times when he lets the darkness be the winner. In order to show these dark sides, a good script is crucial and important as the strongest foundation. The script of Seven begins and ends with a perfect crime story. It could also be described as a subversion of crime thriller genre, with Fincher using his own highly stylized visual approach to proposition of hypocrisy that the script seeks to address.
But that's the point. We see a deadly sin on every street corner, in every home, and we tolerate it. We tolerate it because it's common. It's trivial. We tolerate it morning, noon, and night. Well, not anymore.
And Fight Club's attack on consumerism is the major reason why it's a cult classic, as well as showing the protagonist's search and struggle for self-awareness. It's not until the end of the film that the truth is told that perhaps many people have already guessed.
Say it.
They are the same person. In fact, in a sense, Fincher is deluding himself. He has no qualms at all about exploring the most deprived parts of the human heart and has made this theme the core of his film. Aaron Sorkin has written a very solid and powerful script for The Social Network, based on a true story and tied to the times. Fincher uses his cool, sophisticated camera work and fast editing to present a smart, cold-blooded robot in the best possible light. Fincher's aim with Gone Girl is clear and naughty. He just wants all couples to be able to walk out of the cinema truly unhappy after watching this film. The whole story of the film takes place and develops in one line after another. And it's fair to say that Fincher is at his best when it comes to deceiving the audience but leaving them satisfied. With a good script as a base, the distinctive audio-visual style is a worthy protagonist in Fincher's work. Tonality. The color that appears most often in Fincher's films is yellow, and the reason for this is,
And I think that the idea of like pink, healthy, happy people is fraudulent and needs to be destroyed. So,
cinematography. Firstly, his films are mainly fixed shots with very few handhelds, but in 7 there were the most handheld shots, but only for males. And for Zhang Dou, all the shots are on the tripod, rock solid. Moreover, he likes to avoid the visual perception of human manipulation of camera. Showing the idea of omniscience, the camera goes over everywhere perfectly. A tribute to Kubrick, for example, with a sleek and symmetrical shot like this in The Girl with Dragon Tattoo. In his films, the camera has no personality, which makes the plot what's happening was doomed to happen. The third point is that David Fincher uses close-ups very carefully. Because whenever a close-up appears, it hints to audience that something is most important. He dislikes this sense of contrivance. But in The Social Network, the scene uses tightly connected close-ups of the characters to transform Sorkin's very solid dialogue into a thrilling and breathtaking atmosphere. He also pays close attention to lighting. In Fight Club, for example, the characters are primarily lighted from above, so the audience cannot see their eyes or sense their souls, as if they never had souls. He emphasizes on subjective point of view shots. Let the audience see what the characters see. He uses fast-paced editing to hold the audience's attention and advance the plot.
But I want to cut the scene the way I want to cut the scene. I want to cut the scene the way the story mandates.
David Fincher paid a great attention to sound effects and the combination of music and images. In The Social Network, the clash between classic music and modern instruments provides a powerful contrast that matches the plot well. David Fincher has total control over every aspect of his films. He understands how to utilize techniques such as cinematography and editing to capture the audience's entire attention and inspire intellectual and emotional identification with the plot and characters. This is why I choose to use David Fincher as the subject of my presentation. I learned a lot from him, and I will be looking forward to more of his future films.
Cut it!